So before I hop on in today's video, I should clarify that at the time of review, the game is still in early access, so there's a good chance that things may change down the line or get new mechanics and features added. So please keep in mind folks that this review is for the current early access build I got a review copy for, courtesy of the good folks at Hexadrive. And that down the line, if we do get a full release, if there's enough demand for it, I can do a re-review on the full finished product, similar to the Dusk Diver review a while back. So with all that said, let's go ahead and take a look at things. So starting things off, the mech designs are really cool. If you've been around my channel for a while, you've probably figured out that I quite like my mecha titles like Zone of the Enders or Daemon Ex Machina. So seeing another cool mecha title coming along, I was certainly quite interested in seeing the mech designs, and I gotta say, they certainly did a good job with them. Up next, the general gameplay is fun enough. I enjoyed upgrading my mech between waves to increase damage output and fire rate and watching enemies get mowed down faster. It's very satisfying. It plays similar to a Moba title, so if you can imagine playing against a large swarm of AI enemies, that should hopefully give you an idea of it. There is a PvP mode, I believe, but with server issues I heard about, unfortunately I couldn't see it in action. Although to my understanding, you have to destroy the big core as the invader to win. Up next is voice acting. For a small studio, they did a good job on the voices. That being said, the dialogue does get repetitive, so please keep that in mind. Looking at negative points, for folks new to these types of games, a tutorial would be nice to have, showing like the different mechs, the abilities, and how the general game flow goes. I sort of learned it by messing around here, as you can see in the gameplay footage. I can't just like mess around and just hope for the best for giving me like a rough idea of what things would look like for a new player, but I think having like a dedicated tutorial showing things like how they go, giving like the different mechs and weaponry a try, different abilities, stuff like that would certainly help ease in new folks to the game. My last negative point here is that the mini-map itself is done like a 3D cube. While yes, it does look cool, I felt it was a bit hard to read, like where I'm at and where my teammates are. Now, as I said, the cube does look cool, but I think having like an optional toggle for like a simple 2D mini-map would be nice. Lastly, while this more so be on my end, I noticed throughout the gameplay my controller would often not respond to user input. The game does support controllers mind you, so this could just be an issue on my end, but if you prefer to use a controller, I'd advise you to be aware that it may drop your input from time to time, so just keep that in mind. As for neutral areas, as I said, the game is still technically in early access, so I won't go further just in case things change, but to conclude, like, it does look good so far. I've enjoyed what I played. I'll probably hop back into it from time to time between updates to see how things are looking. I'll leave in the gameplay footage here folks, so you guys can see what a run looks like for new folks, you know, from like a new player's perspective. But as for the commentary, that's all from me, Tangociss, and I'll catch you all next time.
Check over your unit status. Phantom turret down. Advance the front line.
You are traversing further into enemy territory. Proceed with caution. We have lost an allied unit. All remaining units must be prepared to temporarily compensate for this loss.
Not an issue. An eye for an eye. Wouldn't right as way.
We are taking damage. Requesting immediate retreat from this location.
If there are any allied fighters large, coordinate with them and move to attack.
All remaining units must be have been shot down. Prepare to enter repair sequence. We have arrived back on the battlefield.
Commencing redeployment.
skill energy levels low. Expect reduction in available enemy waves advancing. Engage with care and precision.
Here we go. Are you fully equipped? Check over your unit's status.
Unit durability level low. Recommending retreat to safety.
Too early for that. Consider your allies, enemies, and your own status before making a judgment.
We have lost an allied unit. All remaining units must be prepared to temporarily compensate for this loss.
Not an issue. An eye for an eye. It will be right as rain. Looks like enemy attacks have halted. Now is your chance to move in.
Run a check on our current unit status. Return to base if necessary.
The large phantom's durability level is down. Keep this up.
Be mindful of unit conditions. The battle is over. We are victorious.
Very well done.